you can understand this one concept, then you can get totally ripped just by eating fruits alone. And I'm gonna tell you how. So I've been on a plant-based whole food diet for over 5 years now. The number one question I always get asked when it comes to my lifestyle is, where do you get your protein? Where's the protein? And I'd always be able to tell people where my protein is. So I'd always be able to tell them, oh, beans, nuts, soy, things like that. But I never really knew what protein actually was. And it wasn't until I learned what protein is that it actually changed the way that I see food for the better. And once I tell you, it's gonna change the way that you see food as well. And so now when people ask, where do I get my protein? I tell them, I don't get protein. I don't eat protein. Most people believe that you can't build muscle in a plant-based diet. Heck, I used to believe it too, but once I learned what protein actually is, it changed my fitness routine for the better, okay? So there's many people in the raw food, plant-based community who are on a high fruit diet, who are totally ripped, super strong, and they look amazing, okay? This is people like Chris Kendall, Ted Carr, Scott Bernard, Dr. Doug Graham, who's winning weightlifting competitions in his 70s. So there's a misconception about building muscle and protein. People think you need more protein to build more muscle, but the way that muscle is actually built is from working out and from working hard. So more protein actually doesn't equate to more muscle. More muscle actually is formed when you just work harder and you do more working out. One thing that's interesting is there's never actually been a recorded protein deficiency in history, ever. Unless that person was intentionally starving themselves, it's never happened. So if you're eating like whole meals, you're never deficient on protein. So if you want to try a plant-based diet, but you don't want to lose muscle, listen very closely. So when you're eating proteins, you're actually eating a complex form of the essential nutrients that our body needs, that your body that has to then go and break down into its simpler form. That's actually one of the leading causes to kidney failure, is your body constantly having to break down these complex proteins into their simpler form. So raw fruits and vegetables actually have these essential nutrients in their simple form all ready for us, packaged, ready to go for our bodies to absorb directly. And so these essential nutrients are called amino acids. Protein is a term that is talking about a complex form of these amino acids that our bodies have to then break down and turn back into the amino acids so our bodies can absorb them. So when you're eating whole plant-based foods in its raw natural state, you're actually getting the amino acids directly at the source, and your body's able to absorb them right on the spot. It's like drinking water from a water bottle or going to the natural spring and drinking it directly from the source. When you're eating the plant-based foods, you're getting them directly at the source, and your body is able to absorb them right on spot with no extra steps needed, meaning that your body doesn't have to work harder just to get the nutrients that it needs. So when I say I don't eat proteins, that's 100% right. I eat amino acids in my foods. If you want my top 5 muscle building recipes, go ahead and click that link down in the description. All right, guys, thanks for listening. I'm out.